Hello, and welcome to the one and only channel on YouTube dedicated to educating the viewers on how to improve financial literacy. If you want to know how Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time and one of the world's richest men, made his first $1 million, watch this video. You will get insight into circumstances, personality traits, and of course, investments that were formative to Buffett's early success. Here at Finance Legends, we aim to provide you with all you need to become financially independent through investing in the stock market. But before we proceed to today's video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell so that you will be notified every time we upload a video. In 1936, when our protagonist, Warren Buffett, was just 6 years old, is when our story begins. Detective Buffett. Buffett, like any great investor, was naturally inquisitive as a child, constantly on the lookout for new ways to gain an advantage. Buffett, the nerd for books. Warren Buffett frequented Omaha's Benson Library as a child. He was reading all he could, and one day he found a book that looked helpful. The title of the book was 1,000 Different Ways to Make $1,000. The book said, "There's never been a better opportunity for someone with few means to start a business than today. Start to succeed. Start immediately." Now that we've reached this point, we're at the moment where Buffett made the decision to make his first move in the stock market. Buffett, the investor. Buffett knew the benefits of compound interest and wanted an early market advantage. Once riches accumulated like a snowball, it would be impossible to halt. Buffett decided to acquire a few shares of stocks with his initial few bucks. Buffett learned at least two things. First, don't focus on the price. Second, don't rush to make money. If you are still here, share your thoughts in the comment section below. Buffett, the daily news boy. He wanted to supplement his income, so he took up delivering many different newspapers. Buffett, as always, shown his willingness to anticipate future developments. At the end of 1944, at the tender age of 14, he had saved up $1,000, which is equivalent to $14,795 in today's currency. His newspaper route income amounted to $175 a month by the time he was 16 years old. The median monthly income of an engineer in 1946 was around $392. Mr. Entrepreneur Warren Buffett. Buffett was inspired by one concept in 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. Buying a scale and charging for weight measurements inspired this. Buffett was impressed by the exponential growth possible by reinvesting profits in new equipment. In 15 days, the first two scales profits might buy a third. Fourth, spend 10. Fifth, 7.5, etc. His high school promise to himself. Could you still remember your promises to yourself when you were in high school? Share your promises to yourself in the comment section below. However, business ownership wasn't the most appealing option. Warren Buffett marked future stockbroker under his high school yearbook photo. Buffett's collegiate years. In 1947, Buffett enrolled in the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School. Buffett's favorite class at Wharton was Industry 101, which covered the fundamentals of doing business in textiles, steel, and petroleum, three of the largest industries at the time. Warren finished college at Nebraska. He studied accounting there, which he now calls the language of business. Warren Buffett believes any serious investor should learn this language. On multiple occasions, he had been misled while trying to learn technical analysis and candlestick charts. Even Warren Buffett dabbled in the world of trading. I suppose that this is something that must be experienced by each of us. That is going to change very soon. Buffett, the clever entrepreneur and investor. Buffett was the richest among his pals with a net worth of roughly $9,000. But he obtained this money mostly through newspaper sales and entrepreneurship, not stock market investing. He got rich selling newspapers and starting businesses. I repeat, that is going to change. Benjamin Graham's The Intelligent Investor was published in 1949. Graham was a successful value investor, the opposite of a technical trader, and his fund had outperformed the Dow since 1936. Buffett immediately resonated with the intelligent investor's three stock market ideas. First, a stock is a piece of a company, hence, it has intrinsic worth. Second, the stock market swings from pessimism to optimism. Lastly, stock market decisions must include a margin of safety. When he heard this, something in Buffett's brain just clicked. He had opened his eyes to the truth, the era of Warren being the top student. Buffett was not particularly good student in high school. He didn't do horribly, but he also didn't meet his father Howard's high standards. After college, Buffett aimed for Harvard Business School. Too young to be a leader, they said. This was Warren's best misfortune, since discovering Benjamin Graham at Columbia Business School. Buffett applied, laid the application accepted without interview. Fortunately, Buffett was able to find instructors who were teaching him something that piqued his attention and would ultimately be useful. Even though he struggled academically throughout high school, he made history by becoming the only student to ever earn an A+ in one of Benjamin Graham's classes. Buffett's Susie. Buffett had some girl problems up to this point. He was disappointed that girls didn't want to hear about Benjamin Graham or Mr. Market and a margin of safety. In 1950, his sister Roberta set him up with Susan, or Susie, Thompson. Buffett reportedly spent 6% of his net worth on a wedding ring. According to Buffett, this was the best investment he made in his entire life. Therefore, it would appear that there are instances when it is beneficial to not be quite so dang frugal. Buffett's dream job. Buffett went to New York in August 1954 to be near Graham Newman. 1 month before Buffett's start date, monthly pay was $1,000. Sharp wit and unwavering stock market dedication helped him become a corporate darling quickly. Buffett's first partnerships. Buffett Associates Limited was incorporated on May 5, 1956. When Buffett was 25, 7 family and friends were involved. Buffett was the general partner. Buffett's partnership letters from July 1961 states that he had several deals to choose from while operating multiple partnerships between 1956 and 1961. In 1962, when he amalgamated these distinct partnerships into a single larger one, Buffett pocketed 14 of total profits. According to Berkshire Hathaway's 2000 annual shareholder meeting, additional rules were fascinating. Limited partners could only add or withdraw money in December. Buffett's Million Era. By the beginning of 1962, Warren Buffett had already established a total of 10 separate partnerships, or 11 if you count the one he shared with his father. These partnerships were all with distinct groups of individuals, but Buffett has now made the decision to consolidate all of them into a single partnership that is far larger. Buffett Partnership Limited. In the end, Buffett made it to the $1 million mark. Quickest recap ever. Buffett became a millionaire by the age of 31 by working hard, reading, starting businesses, learning about value investing, attending business school, working for his idol and role model, using other people's money, constantly looking for cheap companies to invest in, and most of all, maintaining complete focus throughout. And that ends our video. If you found it helpful, please give a thumbs up. And please share your ideas with me in the comment section. I'm interested in what you have to say. Having said that, make sure you subscribe and enable notifications. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll be back for more videos in the near future.